cracking, y'all? Hey, man, I hope y'all have a great weekend. And I hope y'all stay out of trouble, man. I mean that. In this video, I want to talk about the reason why you should never call a woman a bitch. Yes, sir. I'm going to give y'all the perfect example of why you, as a man, should not call a woman a bitch. My first year in high school, my freshman year, I learned a valuable lesson. I was playing football leading up to high school, and my freshman year, I tried out. I made the team. I was the starting cornerback, and I was one of our backup receivers. I scored 5 touchdowns that year. And I wasn't even a backup receiver. Coach used to just throw me in on a halfback pass or a bootleg pass, and I always catch it and score. But I was a starting DB, so I had a pretty good start up to my freshman year. So I want to say, we have an undefeated season. Matter of fact, not to brag about an undefeated season my freshman year, but we went undefeated. 9-1. So I'm having a great season, feeling good. You know what I'm saying? New gear, got girls. You know, just the typical boy stuff that we do in high school. So this one particular day, it was raining. It was raining outside. So our PE teacher, during PE, I guess you could say, decided to have a dodgeball game in the gym since it was raining outside. So all of us for that period were in the gym. And so we started with dodgeball. You know how dodgeball is. Kickball, saying, you kick the ball, and then if you're on defense, you can pick up the ball and throw it at them to get them out. So this young girl, she was in my same grade. This one chick, it was her turn to kick the ball. And she kicked the ball, and so I caught it. So I threw it at her. I got her out, but unfortunately, the ball was too high and it hit the back of her head, and it knocked her over. So it looked bad. It looked embarrassing, and people was laughing and stuff. I wasn't necessarily laughing. I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, my bad. But because she was so embarrassed and because it hit her in the back of the head, she was so mad that she jumped in my face like woofing, like, you old bitch ass nigga, I'll beat your ass, blah, 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 just in my face, spitting. And I'm like, hey, chill out, man. It was an accident. Like, cool out. My bad. But she was still wilding out. And then what made it worse was her homegirl got in my face too. So it's two, they was black, but they was two light-skinned girls. They was kind of batty. They was cute. But in that moment, I was like, hey, man, chill out. They was both in my face. So two light-skinned girls in my face. Yo, bitch ass nigga. So I got mad to the point to where I was like, man, shut up, bitch. Why did I say that? Now, mind you, this is 1998. The start of my freshman year was 97, 98 year, because I graduated in 2001. So, after I called her a bitch, she was on 10, 100. Bitch? Okay. So, at this time, I was already living in the valley for a minute, because me and my brothers, we from LA, and we was living in and out of LA. Sometimes we'll spend some years with my dad, who was always in LA, but then when my mom got remarried, she moved to the valley, Moreno Valley. So I was in the valley at this time, but don't get it twisted. Niggas from everybody, I would say 60% of people that was in the valley moved from LA to the valley anyway. So you had gangs still coming to the valley, whether you in Moreno Valley, San Bernardino, Victorville, wherever you at, is activity still. So it was this one young cat. I think it was a junior or senior year that year when I was a freshman. But long story short, he was already known. I forget what hood. I think it was from Gray Street, but whatever hood he was from, he went by the name Psych. short for psycho. He was short. He didn't look like, when you see him, you don't think he got chunkums like that, but that nigga had hands. He had just knocked the nigga out that was on the football team on varsity. That nigga was a linebacker, like 6'4", 250. Knocked him out clean. Sleep. I saw it, nigga. And just so happened, I called this nigga's sister a bitch. You can't make this stuff up, dog. I can't make this up, bro. But now I was a freshman at this time. So she tells him, it's lunchtime now. I feel like it was like the episode of The Wood, but he had his situation after school, but it was like The Wood and shit. You know, you grab Alicia booty, and the next thing you know, she tell her brother, and it's a wrap. So she tells Syke. Now, I was cool with Syke, but I got a twin brother. He was more cool with Syke though, because he was in class with him, and he just kind of just gravitated to him. So she told him during lunchtime, I'm all nervous, and I see this crowd just coming towards me, and then I see Syke in the middle of it. I said, damn, nigga. So I gotta get ready. So fortunately for me, I'm not saying like, don't get it twisted. I had hands too now. Even as a freshman, I could fight, but you know, it's levels to it. So I was like, man, I didn't trust my fighting skills against him, who was like a junior or senior, and I already seen him knock somebody out like the week before. I was like, yeah, hold on, let's regroup. So luckily for me, he approached me calmly. He asked me, hey man, you call my sister a bitch? And I was like, nah, I ain't. You know, I try to downplay it and say, nah, I ain't call her a bitch. She's like, yes, you did, you bitch ass nigga. You did call me a bitch. Don't punk out now. She making it worse. So I'm like, damn. So after a while, he calmed her down. He's like, hey, chill out. But he was real calm. I think the reason why he didn't take off on me is because he had just got back from suspension anyway. But he took his two fingers like this. He said, man, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. And he put his two fingers on my chest. He was like, if you call my sister a bitch again, I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. And I wasn't no punk. But in that moment, I was like, all right, bro. Yeah, you good? Shit. Now, as a grown man, as I got older, of course, anything I say, I'm gonna stand on it. But I made it a point to never call a woman out her name again, because it's a major trigger word. And even if she's in the wrong, even if she's being disrespectful, she got in my face, I hit her on accident, but unfortunately, because of the moment and the situation, I couldn't diffuse it. She was already on 100, she was on 10, and people were laughing. She was in my face, and then I called her a bitch, and it was a wrap. So it's just the wise thing to do as a man is just walk away. But don't call her out her name, even when she's in the wrong, because you might make a mistake, and sometimes everybody ain't gonna always just give you a warning or fight you. Some guys can get killed off calling a woman out of her name. You can get killed for calling a woman a bitch. Real talk. Especially where I'm from. So I learned. And it just always stuck with me. It was like, yeah, I'm not going to disrespect a woman like that. Even if she pissed me off, I'm going to just slay her with some truthful words. And if she's just losing it, then I'm going to just walk away. But I know how to fight my battles with a woman without having to call her out her name, especially the word bitch. So I told y'all a childhood story of mine that helped reprogram my mind into taking a different approach when it comes to getting in a verbal, fight with a woman. Y'all take it easy, man. Hey, man, y'all respect women. Don't call them out their name. But at the same time, demand your respect. Don't let these women disrespect you. I'm not saying let women disrespect you. I'm just saying don't call a woman a bitch. That's all I'm saying. Y'all be easy, man.